jumping snap kick. Awesome. Okay, this is a cool looking kick. How useful is it? It depends on how you're using it. Okay, so we discussed jumping snap kick already and where we are using our leg to swing ourselves forward to really close distance. Really not close distance, but more of a chasing technique. So if somebody's running away, I need to move forward faster than they're moving backwards. Jumping snap kick does that. And that is distance. But I can also use jumping snap kick to generate height. So I can be here and try to kick higher. And it's not just that I'm kicking higher, but I'm kicking from a different angle. So normally if I'm kicking higher, my foot's extending at an angle like this, right? This way. But by doing this, I'm actually lifting my hips and kicking at a different angle, which does throw most people off. Okay? So by adding the double, so instead of just coming here and throwing a jumping snap kick, the double kick acts as a fake. So my first kick is actually a kick. So I kick, instead of knee kick. It's going to be two kicks. Kick. Okay, now again, I can use this chasing, but typically if I can extend the front leg, not hit them, I'm not going to hit them with the second kick either. So the knee allows me to get close and throw the actual kick. If I'm throwing two kicks, neither one of them is going to land. Maybe the first one, but not the second one. Because if I hit them while I'm moving forward, it's not a great position. So if I'm like hitting as I'm moving, I tend to knock myself backwards, even with like a lighter opponent sometimes. It's not good for that. But using it as a fake works very well. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm throwing that low snap kick to the body, where they would try to drop their hand or even move away to block that. And then the second kick reaches a little bit farther and kicks over the top because of the way I'm rotating my hips. So it would be, and I can do this slow and not fast. If I did it fast, I'm only doing it fast if their reaction time is fast. So it would be 1, and then jump off the other foot, 2, 1, and I'm using it for a little bit of momentum. I don't want to pause too long, but I don't want to go so fast that they don't react to the first kick. So it's going to be 1 and then 2, 1, 2, and when I throw that second one, I'm really thrusting forward. So what tends to happen is they drop their hand, that other kick is coming straight at their face, and I'm behind it. So in some ways, it actually has more, let's say, it definitely has more impact than a lot of regular snap kicks because of the angle. So I'm kicking the head with a snap kick, I'm kicking here and back, and it's not moving the head as much as it could as if I just went straight through it. It depends. There's a lot of factors as far as like how close I am when I hit and how much momentum is behind that, everything. But generally, as long as anytime I can put more mass behind the thing that's attacking, it's going to do better and directly behind it. So if I throw a punch and I hit here and it's just from my elbow to the hand, that is not as good as if I have a full extension because my whole body's behind it there. So snap kick works the same way. If I'm just kicking and snapping up, there's not a lot of mass, there's a lot of momentum. But when I kick forward, my body's behind it, and if I can jump and keep my hips behind the kick, I have more mass behind that double kick. So 1, 2, there's a shift of the hips as I throw that second kick. 1, 2, and usually, again, they are blocking and moving away, but not enough that they're out of the range from that second kick. Typically, to do that, I'm not reaching far for the first kick. So if I have to like reach way over here where I pivot my hips, so if I pivot my hips for that first kick, I'm too far away for that second kick to be effective. I want to be close enough that I can kick without pivoting the hips and still make a little bit of contact, and then I pivot the hips into the second kick. So 1, and it hips shift, which allows me to reach farther. Because if I turn here, I'm too close, really, and I'm either too close or too far away, depending on the situation. So if I will land too close to them, or if I kick and I can't reach them, I'm too far away. So it's usually working when they're dropping their hands and moving back. It's one and then boom, over the top, just like that. That's exactly how I would use it. One more time. I'd be going 1, 2. And that timing is about right too. So careful with this one. Like when you're sparring, you have to be careful because people don't tend to block this kick. And so when I'm kicking to the body, and I hit them even a medium contact, even a hard hit sometimes, they're going to be all right. Even light contact with this isn't going to be good. And because you're jumping and twisting, the very mechanics of the technique doesn't allow you to throw it super light. So if you hit somebody with this, you will tend to hurt them. So as far as sparring goes, I'm very careful when I throw this. And typically, if I'm sparring, I will not shift the hips into the kick. I'll just reach almost in front of their face. So it depends on how you're sparring. But generally, even if you have like a helmet on, it's not so bad, like a Kudo helmet, that won't be so bad because you'll hit the mask. But like any open face headgear, that you're not hitting that, you're just hitting them in the face. So you gotta be careful of this. I know there are some tournaments that don't allow this kick. But any full contact fighting, you'll be able to throw this. I'm gonna show it one more time. Okay, it's gonna be a fake, and then really turn those hips into that second kick, double jump or snap kick.